So I have a confession to make. I'm a hardware addict. It's been going on for years. And I just like being equipped with hardware. I like having not just one or two. I just have the full set, all the sizes of everything, so that I'm prepared for whatever jigs or things I gotta come up with. You never know what you're gonna need. And going to the hardware store at the last minute, in many cases, is just not an option. Especially for me. I gotta drive 45 minutes in any direction to go to a Home Depot, and there's little hardware stores, but they don't usually stock the full array. And being a hardware addict is good and bad. The bad thing is obvious. I spend a lot of money on hardware that I might not use or even need. But every once in a while, I'll come up with something that I just buy impulsively, taking a chance. And then I find a wonderful, terrific use for it. In a lot of cases, it's unexpected. It's kind of a discovery by accident. But if the hardware wasn't in the shop at the time when I needed it, then I wouldn't have been able to make the discovery. But the end result is I've accumulated a lot of hardware, some good, some bad, but the worst part of this is that I've reached this point where in order to support my addiction, I gotta get you hooked on my hardware. And that's what this video is about today. It's going to be about one of my positive discoveries in hardware exploration. But I'm going to see if I can sell stainless steel washers on eBay. Now, I'm a woodworker. What am I doing with all these stainless steel washers? Well, one day I just decided to order a bunch of washers from a catalog. I didn't know what size I needed. I just wanted to have a variety to do a variety of things. And so I bought a whole bunch of stainless steel washers, but later found out that these are incredibly useful to have in a complete set. And I bought more sizes than you see here, but these are all the sizes that over the years I've found all kinds of uses for in the shop. And these washers are metric, okay? So stainless steel metric washers are not a common product that you're going to find in your local hardware store, and certainly not in bulk quantity. But I've been able to find all kinds of uses for these washers for woodworking and also hobbyist type things. But it's just good to have the complete set of all these sizes. And plus it's stainless steel, so it's a little bit more versatile. And well, let me just go over this real quick. Here's why these washers are useful to have around. These are standard size washers, SAE. This is a 1/4 inch, and this is a 1/4 inch bolt, machine screw or whatever. But you can see there's a lot more play in there, but you can substitute for a number 6 metric washer, and it fits a little bit tighter, and they're smaller, more compact, and they're thicker, almost twice as thick as the standard size washer. So for that reason they're useful for jig building, because oftentimes I have to get into tight spaces and the smaller diameter washer is more versatile. And if I'm going to use it for screwing, I can convert this number 6 screw into a power head screw with the number 6 metric washer. And the extra thickness really helps with that. So this is the number 8 metric washer. I use this as a substitute for the 5/16 bolts. And the 1/4 inch and 5/16 bolts, I stock a lot of these sizes for building jigs, especially the 1/4 inch. So I always need 1/4 inch washers, and having the metric option is useful. So, but that's one of the uses. I substitute the metric washers for the standard size screws. The number 3 I use for number 6 machine screws. The number 4 works with number 8s. Number 5 works with the number 10. I use all of those, and they also work as a substitute for, various things with screws, and you just never know when you're going to need a washer. And these little tiny ones too, I don't really use these for woodworking, but I found these useful for repairing electronics and other hobbyist type things. So if I need to make an electrical connection and fix some wires, I can use these washers to clamp it down. So I've used all of these sizes. They're good to have, and I'm offering a variety pack that includes all 6 sizes in one package, 100 each, for $10.50, and free shipping this month as a promotional offer. So if you want to try out this product, it's a great deal. You won't find stainless metric washers for that price anywhere in that variety. And so that's one of my discoveries in hardware exploration. Having metric washers in the shop has been useful. It's enabled me to do more things and get into tighter spaces. And I also have in limited supply metric hex nuts and some flathead screws. And I bought these as an experiment for the cheese slicers, and these are all the sizes that I'm not using. So I have a bunch of extra hardware. If you can make use of these parts, there's going to be a listing for the machine screws and the hex nuts. But the washers are by far the most useful, and I probably use the number 6 size the most out of all of these, because I use a lot of 1/4-inch bolts, and these also work well with wood screws. So that's my tip today, sharing my addiction, getting you hooked. So visit my eBay store and get your variety pack for $10.50, free shipping. What a great deal.